Hi everyone, in this tutorial we're gonna go ahead and create an app like this, okay? And in this application we're going to actually use the expandable list view in our application. So let me show you how this app works. As you can see here, we have an application that actually uses an expandable list view, and if I actually click on this sport here, as you can see here, now this group view, this sport is actually has childs, okay? And we can see that these values that are inside of this sport group view are actually the children of this sport, okay? And if I click on this computer, as you can see, we have this computer and we have these children of this computer. And as you can see, this is the same story for this food here. So this is called the group view, okay? And these are the children of this group view, as you can see here. And we have car, okay? And we have this this child of this car, and we have this TV, and we have these children of this TV, okay? So in this application, we're gonna actually create an app like this. We need to actually click on this start a new Android Studio project, and then for the application name, just type in here app 35, and then click on next, and here choose API 16 Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, next, blank activity, next, and then click on finish. And now let's actually select this hello world text view here, and then press on delete key on your keyboard, and then double click on this res folder here, layout, and then activity underline main.xml. So now let's actually select this floating action button here, and then press on delete key on your keyboard, okay? So let's actually go back inside this content underline main.xml, and here we need to actually design the user interface of our application. Now let's actually drag an expandable list view into this layout here, okay? But first of all, let's actually drag a linear layout vertical into this relative layout and put it at the center of this relative layout here. And now let's actually go inside this containers folder. As you can see here, as you can see, we have this expandable list view, okay? Just select it and put it at the center of this linear layout vertical, okay? And as you can see, we have this expandable list view here. Double click on it. As you can see, we have this ID here, okay? So this is the ID of this expandable list view, and just leave it as default expandable list view, okay? So let's actually go back inside this main activity.java file here, and now let's actually delete these lines of code that are related to the options menu, okay? And here select this block of code and then delete this. Okay, as you can see, this block of code is actually related to the floating action button, okay? So we don't need it. And now inside this class, let's actually create an object of type expandable list view, expandable list view. As you can see here, we have this class here, expandable list view. And let's actually give a name to this object, expandable list view, and put a semicolon here. So as you can see here, we're just declaring this object here inside of this class. And inside of this onCreate method, I want to initialize this object. So here I could just refer to the name of this object, expandable list view, assignment operator. And here I need to cast this object to an expandable list view object. So as you can see here, find view by ID r.id dot expandable list view, okay? And then put a semicolon at the end of your statement. So now let's actually create a Java class, okay? So that we can actually bind our expandable list view codes with this expandable list view, okay? So if we actually create another separate class, our job would be more, our work would be more cleaner, okay? And it is more professional to actually create classes for every specific job that you want to actually perform in your program. So I just need to click on File, New, okay, and then Java class. And here for the name of my class, I can just type in expandable list view adapter, okay? So as you can see here, the job of this adapter is to actually bind the data with the list view that we have in our layout, okay? So that's why we need to actually create an adapter, okay? And then click on OK. So as you can see here, we have this expandable list view adapter here, okay? So now we need to actually extend from the base expandable list adapter class. So as you can see here, we have this base expandable list adapter, and this class expandable ListView adapter is actually inheriting all of the features and behaviors that are inside of this base expandable list adapter class. Okay, so let's actually open our web browser and see what is this base expandable list adapter. So as you can see here, this is the Android documentation, and you can actually enter this URL in your web browser in order to be guided to this page. And we have this base expandable list adapter, and as you can see here, this is actually an abstract class. Okay, so objects cannot be created from this class. Okay, and here you can see it says that base class for a expandable list adapter used to provide data and views from some data to an expandable list view. Okay, so we have an expandable list view here. As you can see, this is our list view, and this class, this expandable list adapter, used to provide data, okay, and views from some data to an expandable list view. Okay, adapters inheriting this class should verify that the base implementations of get combined child ID and get combined group ID are correct in generating unique IDs from the group or children IDs. Okay, and we can see some methods that are inside of this base expandable list adapter class. Okay, and we need to actually implement some of those methods. Okay, and you can see we have these methods here: get combined group ID, and we have this get group type and other methods. So now let's actually go to our Android Studio, and let's actually go inside this expandable list adapter class here. And as you can see, it's now showing us an error. So let's actually hover our mouse pointer here, and it says class expandable ListView adapter must either be declared abstract or implement abstract methods that are inside of this base expandable list adapter. So how can we can know actually what are the methods, what are the abstract methods that we need to actually implement inside of this class? So here I can just right click inside of this class expandable ListView adapter, and then click on generate, as you can see here, and then click on implement methods. So as you can see here, we need to actually implement all of these methods that are here. Okay, as you can see, we have lots of methods here, and we need to actually implement all of these methods, or in other words, we need to actually override these methods. Okay, so here if I click on OK, as you can see, now the error is gone. Okay, now I am actually overriding the methods that I am actually inheriting from this abstract class. Okay, so this is very important. But first of all, let's actually put in some more lines of code here inside of this class, and then we're gonna go ahead and implement these methods. Okay, so now I'm gonna paste in some lines of code here, and then I'm gonna explain to you what's going on here. Okay, so as you can see here, these are the lines of code that I actually pasted here. First of all, I actually created an array of string values. As you can see here, this is actually a one-dimensional array, and the name of this array is group names. So as you can see here in our emulator, this is our application, and these are the names of the group. Okay, group names. So as you can see here, sport, computer, food, car, TV. And here, as you can see inside of this array, I actually assigned these values: sport, computer, food, car, TV. And we have a two-dimensional array for child names. As you can see here, this is actually a two-dimensional array, and the name of this array is child names. And as you know, a two-dimensional array is actually an array of arrays. Okay, a two-dimensional array is actually an array of arrays. Okay, so we have an array here, and we have some arrays inside of this array. Okay, for example, for the first array that is actually inside of this array, we have boxing, kickboxing, judo, football, basketball. And here we can see that if I click on this sport here, you can see these values inside of this sport here. Okay, and as you can see, we have for the second array that is actually inside of this child names two-dimensional array, we have desktop computer, laptop computer, smartphone computer. And if I click on this computer, you can see these values. And here you can see that we have another array: ice cream, banana. And as you can see, this is for food. And we have Mercedes-Benz, and we have this car here. And we have this Samsung TV and LG TV. and this is for this TV here. Okay.